Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to pay a special tribute this evening to the Vietnam War era veterans who are with us. On May 28, 2012, the President of the United States issued a proclamation that the federal government, in concert with local governments, private organizations, and communities across America, will participate in the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. This is a 13-year program to honor and give thanks to a generation of proud Americans who saw our country through one of the most challenging missions that this nation has ever faced. Margaret Culp and Kathy Chevalier have been instrumental in organizing and implementing these ceremonies throughout New Hampshire. As each veteran tells us their name, branch of service, years, and location of service, they will be handed a copy of the proclamation and a commemorative pin by Margaret and Kathy.
Rick Cotemoche, United States Army, 1969 and 1970, Pleiku, Vietnam.
Dan Plummer, New Hampshire Air National Guard, 68 to 74.
Jim Clifford, United States Air Force, 1972 to 1975.
Paul Dosteiner, U.S. Navy, 1960-63.
Dennis Dowling, U.S. Air Force, 72 to 76, actually.
Ray Bernard, U.S. Air Force, 56 to 66.
Robert Martin, 1965 to 1975. And I was a Vietnam era vet and in the U.S. Navy.
Larry Larkin, U.S. Navy, 62 to 66, Vietnam era vet.
Fred Schottler, Army, 61 through 65.
Bill Terwilliger, U.S. Navy, 69 to 74 on the USS Chicago.
Michael Aslin, U.S. Army, 67 to 70, Vietnam, 68 to 69.
Jean-Paul Castagna, U.S. Army Special Force, 1962 to 1992. Vietnam, all over Vietnam, 5 years in Vietnam.
Frank Lasorsa, years 1965 to 69. Singpac Fleet, Pearl.
Terry Paul, U.S. Marine Corps, served from 69 to 99, served in Vietnam in 69.
Chris Nevins, 1967 to 1990. Air Force and also the Air National Guard in Vietnam, Cam Bay, 69 to 70.
Terry Connor, U.S. Army, 1965, 1967.
Jeffrey Scott, 1970-74, United States Navy, VF-51, aboard the USS Coral Sea, Gulf of Tonkin.
Duncan Hunter, 75th Army Rangers, Vietnam, 70-71.
Harry Babolas, U.S. Marine Corps, Vietnam, 66, 67, An Hoa Da Nang.
Mark Weatherby, one of the younger guys up here, 1973 through 1975. Vietnam era, very important distinction to me. With all these fine gentlemen up here. Honored to play hundreds of tap ceremonies at the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York, and to this day still do.
John Panacho, U.S. Air Force, 1970 to 1977, Vietnam era veteran.
Chuck Cove, U.S. Army, 1959 to 1962, Korea. U.S. Marine Corps, 1966 to 68, Vietnam.
Jonathan Levitt, New Hampshire National Guard, 1966 to 72.
Gerard Boyle, United States Marine Corps, 1971 to 2002.
Ed Facey, United States Air Force, 62 to 69, Utapao, Thailand, amongst other places, 69 to 92, New Hampshire Air National Guard.
Greg Whalen, United States Army, 67 to 71, Woksan, South Korea.
Ralph Patello, United States Marine Corps, 1968 to 1971, 69, 70, Vietnam. I Corps, 0311.
Hi, Joe Cutt, U.S. Navy, 65, 66, LST. My first duty station is Christmas Eve. Welcome to the U.S. Navy.
Wim Elliott, U.S. Army, 68-69, 7th Cavalry, Ashaw Valley.
Mark Halzer, U.S. Air Force, 1970 to 2002, U.S. Air Force and the Reserves. I'm honored to stand up here with these gentlemen.
Bill Brogdon, United States Marine Corps, 66 to 70, 69 in I Corps, Vietnam.
Paul Fitzgerald, 66 and 67, Dung Ha.
Rick Greenwood, United States Air Force and Air National Guard, 1972 to 2012.
Debbie Clark, Army Nurse Corps, 1969 to 1974, Walter Reed Army Hospital in Fort Devens, Massachusetts.
Ken Clark, New Hampshire National Guard, 1968 to 2009.
Robert Carrier, United States Air Force,
1966, 1969.
I'm Paul Chevalier. I went to Vietnam 3 tours. I've already gotten my medal at a previous one, but the words I would like to add to this whole ceremony is that it's a mix of combat veterans and those Vietnam-era veterans who very often don't get recognized. But as everyone sitting out here and standing up here knows, you don't get to select where you're going, not very often. So everybody that did not get the chance to go into Vietnam but was a Vietnam-era vet, welcome home, because you could have been there had they sent you. So thank you for your service.
And to these folks on stage right now, let me say to all of you, from all of us, welcome home. And thank you for serving our great nation.